up, everybody? I go by the name of Sly.
And I'm Cartier the Dawn. And we want to encourage you guys to listen to The Melting Pot,
where we will release new episodes every Sunday discussing today's most hottest and controversial topics, stirring up all things popular culture.
And you know what they say, if you can't stand the heat,
get out of the kitchen. Brought to you by The Melting Pot.
Why the Melting Pot think they all that though? Here we go. Okay.
And so somebody had made a post like, "Oh, he failed us when we need him most because gasolina is too high."
Gasolina, they ain't lying.
Gasolina.
So what's going on with the Ukraine stuff? They still beefing? Cause the gas is still high. I thought they would have passed about that one. And I ain't heard nothing on Twitter and stuff. Like, they're just like us though. You know, we only be paying attention to stuff for like, we pay attention to something for like 2 days and then get over it. Just like that Will Smith smack. But people still talk about that, and it's really getting on my nerves, though. Because, like, bro, get over it. It was not even that serious. And then this lady at work was talking about that. She was like, Chris was supposed to be suing him. I thought I read something where he said he wasn't going to sue.
Well, he got 2 years to make up his mind. But my thing is, all three of them cornballs, Chris Rock, Tony Rock. But Will Smith knew exactly who to smack because I know he wanted to smack Bernie Mac.
I didn't tell you what happened. Okay, so I was at work and I went upstairs to get some breakfast, and this was like the first time I do not eat breakfast there or whatever. So this is my first. I was kind of excited. I was real hungry, so didn't get to that. I had to go to the little corner store in there. So I went in, and there was a black lady at the register, and I was like, she had the TV behind her in the store, and they was talking about the whole Oscar thing or whatever. She was definitely like not on Will's side or whatever. Like, she was definitely on Chris' side. He was like, this is like they already didn't want black people at the awards. They wasn't giving us awards anyway. So it was kind of like we did that strike or whatever. Or they did it because we're not famous, but in solidarity and all that. But she was just like, I said, he picked the right one because I said, let that have been Bernie Mac. She said, but she got height. And it was nothing but white people behind me in the line. And I know they knew what we was talking about because the line was going a little slow or whatever. So she was like, girl, if that was Bernie Mac, Bernie. He was like, he was real hood, back in his early days. He was like, he would have.
He would never cared about
fired him up. Right. He wouldn't have give flying.
And he wouldn't have cared about being canceled.
Yeah, he wouldn't have cared about none of that. I said, you right. I'll tell you, the white people behind us look so confused. Like, it was just so funny because it was like, the moment was just so everlasting.
Because it's just like certain entertainers he would never smack. Cedric the Entertainer would have never got let that fly.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, anybody old school, like these new comedians, they probably would have been in the same situation, but I just feel like anybody old school. Like,
well, not all the new ones. I can name a few new ones that wouldn't.
A few new ones just be doing stuff for clout and try to huff and puff and sell wolf tickets for clout. But the old ones,
the old ones especially, but like,
would have definitely slapped fire to Buddy and Jada just for playing with them.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy probably would have slapped the back too.
I was saying Eddie Murphy would have slapped the back. Like,
and then laughed at like,
you're right.
It's the Oscar.
Like, hey man. Like, hey man.
Yeah, I think Chris Tucker would just sold wolf tickets too.
You don't think he's scrappy, he's before he found,
Christ.
Yeah. I said, we get that previous Chris. Yeah, it would have been over with.
Yeah, okay. If he knew who to smack, you see, he calling the smack.
Mm-hmm.
And then your little son talk about something. That's how we do it. Yeah, to the right one.
Right. And it's crazy because, like, this lady at work brought up a good point about Jada, but before I do say that, it was like when I first heard about it, I was asleep when that happened. I don't watch some awards really. I barely watch any awards nowadays because
I didn't watch none of them.
Right, so like I got a text message from a friend and it was like, Will Smith just punched Chris Rock. I'm like, they punched her? I said, what going on? So I'm trying to find the clips on Twitter. And I'm telling you, I couldn't find nothing. I just a whole bunch of people retweeting and I keep seeing stuff about him punching and slapping and stuff. But when I finally did see the video, and I'm like, first of all, this was a slap. Why did you tell me it was a punch? Like, I said, because it's different energy. You know what I'm saying? A punch is like a punch. A slap, yeah.
It was a tap.
Yeah.
It was a tap.
Yeah, I was like.
But my thing is, I understand, you got to protect your wife and all of that. But she has been embarrassing this man for the last 2 years.
2 years, right?
She has said she has never found love like Tupac. Mm-hmm. She loves Will a certain way. He has to accept that. Like, she keeps undercutting this man with this love. Mm-hmm. And basically keep letting you know, like, whatever her and Tupac was doing in the back of his little car was it. Mm-hmm. Was it. And then, like, she even loved August differently. Like, so he made a G.I. Jane joke. Now, Chris Rock also deserves to be slapped because he was a cornball anyway. So, it kind of worked in my favor for that one. Like, I don't know. He just corny to me.
Yeah, he definitely corny.
And he looked like he about to cry.
He did. He really, because he know that they was stinking. That cheek was stinking. He tried to be like, I don't know what just happened, but
so he tried to play the shock.
Yeah, right. Cause he know that cheek was on fire. Like, he know that cheek was on fire. But this lady at work brought up a good point. Like, Jada got all this money. Yeah, she got the alopecia, but you have all this money, all these resources. Rock you a wig if that's what you want to rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, and from what I can see from Jada or whatever, like, I don't know what type of treatment she's using, like, but it looks well managed. Like a lot of people didn't even know she had alopecia. Like, if you're not watching the Red Table or whatever, like, she just looked like she did the
shortcut.
Yeah.
And she's been having a shortcut for
years
so
now. That's what I'm saying.
She's talking now, she rocking it even low.
Yeah, right. I said she done had shortcuts for
and it fits her face.
Right,
so
and it fits her face.
It fits her face.
Right, and the rest of the whole family done chopped their head off too. So it's just the fact that, like, girl, if you that insecure about it, you got all this money to get you some of the best laces of your life. Cause you got the money for the good lace. You know what I'm saying?
Lick my name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
I'm going to. It was Lupita's face for me in the background.
Yeah.
It was all their faces.
Right,
they all was like, that's how you know it was live and real.
Right.
And before the first commercial break, they were like, okay, so y'all, this is what was going to happen. Like, it was live in the moment. Because all their faces was like.
Right.
And so now it's two things we don't talk about. Bruno and Jada. And it's only April out here, so
it's only April out here.
But I'm gonna stop talking about it because I don't want to get famous and he slapped me next on the podcast. So, Jada, I love you and set it off for you.
Because I mean, at this point,
you was that girl. Set it off.
At this point, because okay, we didn't say our stance on the whole thing. Like, I don't think it was that big of a deal, but I don't think he was kind of wrong. But I mean, oh well, people get smacked all the time. It's just because he's such a notable figure and spokesperson and actor. Like, it brought this much attention to the whole thing. But like, y'all gotta remember, this man is from Philly.
He was at a red carpet event.
This man from Philly, like, and it's like, we don't know about the hardships of being famous, but we can imagine sometimes. But living through this every day, reading stuff about you, about your family, about your wife, all this, people, the internet is a nasty place.
But
So
how long
all
are we
that
gonna
takes,
do the he's from Philly thing?
But it's not even just about where he's from.
He's been to red carpets before. He's been to these type of events before. So you really can't say, "Oh, he's from Philly" as an excuse to negate the fact that he assaulted a man.
No, and I'm not even just saying. I'm just saying it shouldn't be a shock just because he's from Philly. I'm going to harp on the fact that of mental health and his mental state. Because like Deco was saying, you got all these people every day of your life, everybody, publicists, A&R people, people you got contracts with, Hollywood, celebrities, people you don't know, people on Twitter, trolls, all of this. Everybody is nitpicking at everything, always watching, looking for you to make mistakes. So you can't be on your P's and Q's all the time. Who knows what else happened leading up to this? But like you just said earlier, this man that had a crazy 2 years of being clowned and played, those mostly by his wife, but other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just everybody reached that breaking point. His just happened to happen on live television. Oh well, I mean, sorry about that. It happened. Everybody just really need to shut the hell up and get over it. And if he gonna sue him. That little money he gonna sue for, he still got some more. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel like it should never happen, but I kind of wish my girl Wendy was still on TV. Yeah, she would have came back next day like, clap if you seen the Oscars last night.
Right.
It was a smackdown, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Clap if you don't care. Me neither. Moving on, and that's how I feel about it. Like, clap if you don't care. Yeah. That would have been me right there, because y'all was talking about it for days, like. Just dragging the joke. Okay, somebody got smacked. But back to what we originally was talking about.
Hold on, for that though, Jim Carrey, Alec Baldwin, Jodie Turner-Smith, Zoe Kravitz. A lot of y'all was shocked about Zoe, but Zoe, she looked like us, but she ain't really for us. Just
Wanda
saying.
Sykes.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson, Judd Apatow, Hailey Bieber, Bette Midler, Kathy Griffith, Sophia Bush, Shannon Sharp, and the lady from Charmed, the ugly one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All them folks felt the need to, talk about
how it was a traumatizing event.
Yeah, it was traumatizing.
So traumatizing.
What? You was sitting there like the rest of us. I wasn't traumatized watching it. Why was you? Why? Why were you traumatized?
Did you get hit?
Right. Did you get hit? Was he talking to you? Like, no. Like, were you talking about his wife? If he was, dang.
It's time to be like Ricky Smiley. I'm going to go get some nachos.
Right. That's wait. That list was too long. I'm out of breath saying all them names. Mind your business out there. Famous or not famous.
And now the Academy is doing an investigation to see if he has to give his award away.
So he got so many more. Who cares? Next.
But it's kind of a big deal because he's been nominated for Oscars a lot, and this was the first one that he won. And then it worked in Chris Rock's favor because now his little tour.
I was about to say his little tour, right? It just seemed real convenient, like. And I mean, right, don't sue because, look, your sales wasn't looking how they looking now, so.
Because who's really going to go see?
Right,
because he's a cornball.
Right, you just, Chris Rock live? What? No.
I pass.
Loved the show back in that day, though. No, everybody hates Chris.
If you meet him, I was going to see Everybody Hates Chris live.
Yeah, right.
But Chris Rock live?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever turned on in my life a Chris Rock stand-up. Never. I watch stand-up. I watch Mike Epps. Dang sure watching some Bernie. I'm dang sure watching some Eddie. Dang sure watching some Cedric. But I ain't turning on no Chris.
Clap if you don't care. Moving on. Apparently, the Ukraine and Russia thing is still a thing. It's such a thing that Joe Biden has mentioned that food was going to be scarce.
Our food?
Yeah.
Well, where's our food going?
Because apparently Ukraine produces like 1/4 of the wheat for the world.
Oh, dang.
So, there goes your McDonald's burgers, your honey wheat
your
bread,
flour, the fried chicken, and fried pork chopped and fish. And we use a lot of wheat, y'all. All y'all beer drinkers, that's all that wheat.
Better learn how to make beer from bean paste.
Nah, y'all finna be drinking moonshine. Y'all finna be drinking moonshine. That's crazy.
So apparently it's still going on. Airstrikes hit Odessa as Russian forces pull back around the capital. Yeah, so it's still a thing.
That's crazy. I should pay more attention. So not only are we still paying these high gas prices, we are also now about to lose out on some of our food, our intake. Them Ukrainians, like, them fat Americans need it anywhere. Like, hey.
They say food be scarce, but we always find a way. So unless it start looking like the 1920 Great Depression in the grocery store, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Or them early pandemic days to bring it a little more closer, because I remember going into them store anyway, nothing on the shelves.
Really?
Maybe I wasn't living here at the time, but where I was, man, couldn't find chicken for a week straight.
Now chicken, I do remember chicken was a thing.
Bread, eggs, there was no. I still have an old like Snapchat videos of that. We had went to like 3 different stores that day, and I could show you like everything that was refrigerated was gone.
So it kind of goes into all of this going on. Definitely goes into play into like who you vote for. It's a lot politically that you have to tap into now, and so now you really cannot be neglectful of not paying attention to the world, because one day you may not have food, honestly. And it reminds me, I kind of want to like go to like a big box store and get me some toilet paper. Because one thing that we did do at my old house, we went to like Sam's Club, and I swear we still have toilet paper to this day. Like we got like 2 big boxes of toilet paper. I mean, it's not the best quality toilet paper, but it's not the worst.
I was about to say, yeah, is it good quality?
I mean, it's soft. It don't tear, but it's not
as long
like,
as it don't tear.
Yeah, it's not gonna tear.
Cause I even take some hard toilet paper, but if that thing ripping, no, that got to go. Cause I'd rather have hard and durable or soft and durable.
Ugh.
But one thing is gonna be, you don't want soft tissue?
I don't want hard tissue. Cause
it don't matter though.
I only need tissue for one thing.
What's the common denominator in what I said? Durable. I don't want ripping.
I don't want
Who got time to be fishing that out? Like,
I don't want no hard toilet paper in my asshole. I take me a shower because like I got too much hair back there to be having hard toilet paper.
Oh my God.
It's a whole war.
And think about you fishing in that Harry Pond. Like,
look,
Harry Ponderosa replay. Like,
let's bring it a little closer to home. Los Angeles has agreed to build potentially thousands of new beds and housing units for homeless people. Under the terms of a legal settlement announced Friday, apparently bridging to an end a key portion of continuous long-running federal lawsuit over homeless housing and enforcement on Skid Row and across the city. The settlement still needs to be approved by the city and council, which will occur over the next few weeks, but that's a big deal because homelessness in all major cities is like outrageous, especially with the way life is going to be going within the next few months, next few days. When prices are going up, people can barely afford to live. It's important. Shoot, they need to come down here because every time you go downtown and you get on the 75, 85 connector, you see tents and people. You can't even go from the barbershop to the hookah lounge without somebody saying their home is not helpless. It's just like, somebody need to build some shelters. Because if you can spend money on war, you can spend money on a housing project.
The budget that we have for war, for big old ships, rockets, when we get into like space travel and all that extra stuff that just be sitting there because we ain't at war with nobody. Y'all could have. Man, a lot of us could be a lot well off, and we would have little to none.
If I could afford it, I would definitely do it. Build a little housing project.
I would help out. Maybe make donations, but to start it myself, probably not.
Understandable. That's understandable.
My directions as far as like giving back to the community will be I always kind of wanted to build my own non-for-profit like studio, so to teach kids, especially in like lower income communities and neighborhoods, to start early on learning technology. So like learning how to play instruments, learning how to edit the music that you create, giving them the opportunity to have Wi-Fi and computers so you can do that. So I kind of want to go that route, you know.
Great. So you want to add more to the homeless communities. Great.
What you mean add more to the homeless communities?
Nothing.
I'm building a future for their future. I'm giving them the skills so they can build upon and create a skill set later on in life to get them a potential job that pays money.
Right. Great.
And along the way, donate to your cause for homeless people.
Donate to my cause. Well, if you would like to donate, you can cash at me right now to start the proceeds for later. But no, that's interesting that you said that. I'm going to say it while we're on the red button, because I was honestly at work thinking one day, came to my mind. I just never told you about it. Well, mine was it started off as a non-for-profit performing arts school, but now you're at the little technology part.
Yeah, well, mine's comes. I mean, I did work at a place like that. I interned through college at a place like that, so I just really love what they did. And then I actually had two. I kind of had two that had those. So I want to I like what they both did. So I kind of want to just build something like that here because we don't have that here.
Yeah, mine was definitely going to be started here.
Yeah, cause I'm about to say like, and I was thinking about, I was like, you know. Yes, we're all the South, but I was like, you know, Tennessee, they do got a little more opportunity. Like, they create more opportunities for people. Like, so I'm just like, we don't really have that here. Like, Atlanta's very who you know what I'm saying, and what your money can buy you. But when you don't know nobody and you don't got no money, it's kind of like, we got y'all out here. Issa, holla at me. But, yeah, we're going to try and make that here. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Because, like, mine, I was inspired by this performing arts school in D.C. called DESA.
Okay.
And so it's like...
I'm sorry, but in my head, my head keeps going to Victoria.
But no, it's like DESA is a really dope performing arts school, and they, like... The closest thing you'll have in Georgia to DESA is John S. Davidson Fine Arts School in Augusta. And I mean, who wants to be in Augusta? No disrespect. Davidson's a great school too. Shout out to all the Davidson people. But that's also like, you know, if you get accepted and it's a magnet program, and that's not what I want mine to be. If you can come and you have a pinch of talent, we can do the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want it to be, you have to come to I don't even want to call it a school. But DESA is a school, and Beyonce performed there.
Okay.
So you know, Beyonce can
Yeah, they
school.
valid.
Yeah, they valid.
They valid.
But now DESA's a dope school. And then I also feel like, you know, it gives the young people something to do. Yeah, because that's the problem. Young people don't have nothing to do.
Yeah, young people don't have nothing to do. Especially when you get something to do that actually interests them. Like, they'll really commit to it.
Exactly.
Because when you're young, you got to be busy, or you're gonna get into trouble. That trouble gonna come and find you.
Because what
trouble
they said,
at every corner.
idle hands is a devil's workshop.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have nothing to do because parents working all day. So they be like, because I definitely want, like, you know, pickups. Or I don't want to take you. I don't want to go. Or they don't have the funds to do it. So that's why they, you know, would fund. There'll be funding, and you know,
Right.
it's crazy that we have the same vision. It was a little different, but
A little different.
I think we can match them. And it really won't take a lot because you can start small and grow big.
I was gonna say both of the ones I worked at personally were like small, but I'm telling you, like, I kind of like the idea of it being small, but I also don't have a problem with it growing. But it's just like you have that close knit chemistry between the people who work there, the volunteers, the kids that come. Like, everybody is very hands on. It's very, you know, people. You know what I'm saying? You can't use that excuse that you don't know anybody. You've networked with everybody you've come in contact with, and these people actually are here to help, and they actually do know you and where you want to go in life. You know what I'm saying? I want to also, like, it'll be days where we have, I guess, like a little class or whatever. We just, like, really get to sit and it's just talk, like, hey, what do you want to do in life? Let's map out how we can get you there, how we can check off some of your goals this year. You know, you don't have to wait. Oh, I can't do this until I'm 16, or I can't do this because they won't take me serious. Why? It's billionaire kids out here, whether they work for it or they didn't. What was the youngest person who got that degree from they had graduated college or something? They was like, that kid was young.
12.
Yeah, I want to say like 12, 13, like that dude was a genius, a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's endless. You know what I'm saying? You just need people that care.
And I feel like it's people that don't really care. It's a money grab, and that's why the programs don't always fall. But it's a money grab. They don't care. They don't take the time, or they don't really help the child like they say they're going to. Prime example, I remember in high school, I told you about this, but you don't remember. You remember high school? They told us about this big job fair that was coming on a Saturday. There's gonna be lots of jobs, and you know, they did say like, okay, if you need help with the resume, they'll help you this, that, and the third. And it was just like a big job fair. So on this Saturday, the whole our county showed up to this place. Like, it was deep. Like, you see all your friends from high school. Like,
Okay.
So we was there. We was live. We went to this little gym at this rec center. It was not a job fair. It was a workshop put on by this judge, probably to help her with her election campaign, to make herself feel good. There was no job. We didn't even go. We didn't even go anywhere outside of that gym. We spent the whole day.
I was there.
Yeah, you was there.
I do not remember this.
You was there. We was all there. Like, we was all there. Everybody, because it was jobs for high schoolers. It was geared towards us, for us.
I do remember that.
Yeah, you probably got that certificate from going there in your room somewhere. I know I got mine.
I do. It's coming back to me.
Yeah, like, we was all there. We was all professionally dressed.
Mm.
And the judge just sat in the gym and she talked about, you know, how to get a job. But there was nobody out there
left with a job.
Nobody left with a job. We left with a wasted time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that won't be happening when we open our.
Yeah, so it was like,
stuff.
the idea was great, but don't sell me a pipe dream to get me through the door, and then I get there and I waste my time. And plus, like I said, we didn't leave that gym, and we didn't even get help with anything. She just sat there and she talked, and they probably gave us like a box sandwich lunch. Again, that probably came from donors' money, and it was a waste of time. Judge Penny Brown Reynolds, you was a waste of time.
Penny Brown Reynolds. This is all coming. That sound familiar.
I told you about this story, and you didn't remember, but now it sounds familiar.
I got a glimpse, you know, in my mind, my mental. I can see something like that happening in my head.
Yeah, it was a waste of a freaking Saturday. Like,
Yeah. Man, it was a Saturday. Huh?
yeah, like, we could have, you know, we only get 2 days off if you're not in your high school extracurriculars. Like,
Right.
you want to waste my time like that, Penny Brown?
Well, what?
That's just, you know, where life's going to take us, and that's just some things that's happening around the world. If you don't know, if you're not aware, just listen, look, pay attention, and know that the Melting Pot will always be here to let you know things that's going on in the world, things that's going on in your backyard. I'm your host, Cartier the Don.
I'm your host, Sly.
And this has been The Melting Pot. Be sure to follow us on all our social medias. You follow us on Facebook at The Melting Pot Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at The Real Melting Pot. That's the THEE, Real Melting Pot. You follow us on Twitter at The Melting Pot 16.